All right, here's 5 ways to be a healthier stoner because there's too many people out there with the dummy mindset of, who cares, brother, as long as I got high, it don't matter. Because I want you guys to actually enjoy this and be able to enjoy it for a long time. Because there's a ton of people that just have to quit because they've been doing it wrong the whole time. But look, I'm working for free today. YouTube doesn't pay me, so look, do me a solid. Check out the Twitch stream. I go live 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and we are getting so lit. But 5 ways to be a healthier stoner starts with, it's the easiest one. You knew this was coming. You knew I was going to say it. Look, throw away those blunt papers. Get rid of the tobacco. Do not mix tobacco with your green. Don't mix the brown with the green just because you like the way it tastes. Oh, but it makes me feel good for a little bit. Dog, you're addicted to it. Look, you can't be mixing tobacco with your flower. You just can't be doing it. There's a lot of people that start smoking, they start getting into it with the crutch or with the pairing of tobacco. They're doing the chops and mole bowls, they're doing spliffs. And next thing you know, sure, they're getting high, but now they have to do it. Now they're hooked on it. Now they're addicted to it. It makes it so much dirtier. It's so much nastier. If you've seen, like, even just look at a glass piece somebody's ripped just green through, and then look at another glass piece that somebody's ripped the combo through, chops or mobiles. One will make you vomit. Bro, it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. And one thing somebody was pitching to me the other day or talking to me about that I don't often think about is the average quality of tobacco is like bottom shelf doo-doo tier mids. It's like the worst of the worst because like they don't care. Nobody cares. They're hooked on it. There's no like premium high quality stuff out there. It's all doo-doo. So look, throw away the blunt papers. Stop doing spliffs. No chops or mobiles. No tobacco with your green. All right, the number 2 tip on how to be a healthier stoner. The healthiest. I just hinted at it, but clean glass. There's a way to keep your glass cleaner by keeping the tobacco out of it, but you actually have to clean those things. And I recommend every day. If you do it every day, it takes no time. It takes seconds. But if you wait weeks or months, it takes so long that you're on Google like, dang, how do I get this thing clean? When it's so easy. You just spray a little bit of ISO in there. You don't need salt, and then you just rinse it out, and it's spotless. Keeping your glass clean, it's going to make the whole experience better. The flavors are going to be better. You're not going to run the risk of like trapping mold, having a little swamp in your piece because you want to save the flavor and keep that water. Just clean it out every day. Even for concentrates, like stop this whole dream of, oh, I'm just going to use it for weeks and I'm going to fish out a few big old globs of reclaim in there. Just clean it every day. And don't use dirty glass. There's people inhaling mold every day because they don't want to swap the water out. What are you doing? One other tip, I'll just put this as a little bonus. The more simple your glass is, the easier it is to clean. Like ISO in a spray bottle is like a cheat code to save ISO and not use as much. But like the less percolators, the less intricate your glass is, the easier it is to clean. Just like if you need more percolation, no, you don't. Just get better flour. What are you doing? All right, my number 3 tip on how to be a healthier stoner. Not everybody has the direct availability to do this, but consider switching to vapor or do a lot more vapor than smoke. Like it's fine to do here and there, but like tons of smoke is like not as clean. It's not as easy on your body as inhaling like a nicely produced lower temp vapor from a flower or concentrate. Like if you're inhaling concentrates more often, that's vapor. A concentrate hit is just the good parts of the plants extracted and vaporized and inhaled versus something like, bro, you mix some tobacco in with some green and you're smoking it through a paper. There's all these extra things in there that aren't going to get you high, but you're still inhaling them all. I think one of the biggest factors for me, it took me a while, but like flower vaping is huge. I used to wake up every day and I'd have to clear my throat for like an hour. I'd just be and then when I like switched to flower vaping for the most part, like it just went away. I just had like a whole like morning problem of like, oh, that's just how I am in the morning and it's gone now. There's more benefits than just that. It's way cleaner overall. I was talking about number 2 tip is keeping your glass clean, but the vapor is going to help keep your glass clean. You take the tobacco out, you take the smoke out completely and it's just vapor. It's way easier to clean your glass. It's way healthier overall. And look, it tastes better and it's more enjoyable. Like, I gotta tell you that. I will say though, it it does take some people like a week or two to get used to it. You don't just take one hit and like your whole world is opened up and you're like, I'm a new person now. It took me like a little while, but after you get locked in, you're like, this is what I should be doing. All right, tip number 4 on how to be a healthier stoner. This is an easy one. This one, you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to think about this pretty often. You're going to have to think about this when you're at the grocery store, because it is buy better munchies. Have healthier munchies. Look, you get chips and cookies at the grocery store, and then you get high. You're going to eat chips and cookies. Like, it happens, brother. I do it. You go pick up a bunch of fresh fruit and you got like little pretzel sticks and hummus or something, or vegetables and hummus. That's what you're going to eat, right? When you're blasted and you got untamable munchies, like you eat anything, right? And stuff that is healthier. I learned this like in my first few months of getting high. I like fruit. I eat a lot of fresh fruit, but like when you eat fresh fruit high, it can be mind-blowingly good. Like it's no surprise, like fruit is nature's candy. Like most of the candy out there is trying to replicate the flavors of fruits. And look, they just want to make it out of like chemicals and sugar so they can have a longer shelf life. But fruit is like one of the most delicious things on the planet. And I'm telling you, if all you stock up on is like healthier snacks, when you get the munchies, as long as you've uninstalled that DoorDash app, you're going right for the healthier stuff. Lately, I've been trying to like dial down like the overall junk food that I eat. I feel like most of my munchies lately are Outshine popsicles. And I'll dabble in some other brands here and there, but I try to get like the more natural, the organic stuff. You know what, you spend more money on it and they're actually smaller, so it's like costs more and you get less, but it's actually not as bad for you as if you get like the cheapo big box of like bright neon colored popsicles or whatever. I still eat like my fair share of pears and oranges and bananas. I like kiwis. But look, I started getting some more streamlined munchies, right? You just load up on the chips and cookies and candy. When you're blasted, you're just going to go through it all. How do I know? I've done it like a ton of times. Okay, so that's like a pretty overall. That one will help you out. With some people are like generally healthy, and then when they get high, they just turn into a gremlin and just start eating every junk food imaginable. So like have that as a consideration. Like I have self-control when I'm not high with the chips and cookies, but when I'm blasted, the chips and cookies are they're done. This might don't go to the grocery store with the munchies. Like don't get blasted and then go there. Like eat a meal and then go to the grocery store. You can plan better. All right, the last tip. Tip number 5. Many of you know this one from me, but I have to say it again. Some people are just going to click this video and they're not going to watch any other thing that I make, so I have to tell them. The number 1 thing you can do, I saved it for last because it's the best tip, moderation. How to be a healthy stoner. Moderate yourself and do not try to be a 24/7 stoner. I'm high every minute that I'm awake type stoner. That's the worst way to do it. That's the most unhealthy way to do it. You turn it into like a requirement for your day instead of like an add-on. Oh, I can't do anything until I get high. I can't start getting ready for the day without a rip. I can't go do this errand without a rip. I can't do this without taking a rip. You turn it into something that you have to do. It's not healthy anymore. You get to the point where you have to do these rips now. You don't even want to. You're not even like, oh man, that was such a good one. You're like, if I don't take this right now, I'm gonna feel like crap. So for me, moderation is huge. While some days are different, for the most part, I don't start my session until I start my Twitch stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. There's other days where I gotta test stuff out to make sure I got a video here and there. But for the most part, when I stick to that 9 p.m. schedule, the first rip takes me to the moon, and I don't need to consume nearly as much as if I'm just trying to do it every few hours, you know? And I think in the grand scheme of things, the less you consume is better, right? It's not like, oh, let me just keep getting more and more and more. I think less is more in this type of situation, and you get more value out of it when you do it, the less that you do it. There's people that they're barely smoking every now and then, getting way higher than somebody who's like, yeah, I smoke every day and I get super high. You're not getting as high as the guy who's just doing it willy-nilly every once in a while. You're not, and he's doing 1 hit or 2. So look, those are my 5 tips to be a healthier stoner. Leave me a comment and let me know, should I come up with a part 2 with 5 more healthy tips? I had several written down. Do me a solid, subscribe to this channel if you aren't. And look, share this video with a friend who, look, he's got to get rid of the tobacco. He's got to stop doing chops. He's got to get rid of the blunts. And I think I'm going to do an updated video of this maybe later in the year. But if you want to hear my 2024 best ways to get high, check out this video right here. Have a lit day, my dudes.